all I wanted to say is, I think people are a product of their environment. And if you never experienced anything else but ratchetness, that's all you know.
She said sports.
I'm not trying to take up for the black women, because they are ratchet sometimes, but they don't know any better.
But if they don't know any better, are you saying they get to be that way just because they don't know any better? If you go into a courtroom and you don't know the law, a judge will say ignorance is no excuse of the law.
That's
Your
right.
ass is going to jail.
That's what I have experienced. I don't experience
it. Act different if your mama, your grandmama, everybody is ratchet.
Well, let's.
I know. You got to break the ratchet cycle. You got to break that cycle.
I think it's conversations like these try to break those.
Say again.
How do you know?
There is an inherent.
When your grandmama is in her 40s.
Your grandmother 32 years old.
Yeah.
There's bitches around that mother.
Yeah.
Your grandmother's a triathlete.
Yeah.
We already know.
If you and your grandmama had the same history teacher, because y'all that close in age.
Get you a man with a good job and tell your family don't call you no more.
Well, no, ignorance is no excuse, especially now because of the internet age. Okay, I don't care what kind of monkeys you got in your house. Somebody got an iPad. Somebody got the world is right there at your fingertips. You can Google anything. Google shit I don't know and see what comes up. There's no more excuse.
Mentality is passed down.
That's it.
But that's a great point, Tariq. And I always say, I said on this show before, it's really difficult to watch the show you're starring in.
But don't you think
it's hard for you to look out objectively at the mentality that's working, that you're looking at the world through? Your gestalt. It's hard to do that.
Aren't some people born to lose though? And like the people who are
Ray Charles.
I'm just saying, like some people are born to lose, but the people who know they're born to lose can be saved because
I don't believe anybody's born to lose.
Me neither. I got some bitches I done fuck with, goddammit. If you was around these motherfuckers 10 minutes, you'll feel that you'll see the hopelessness amongst them.
Yeah. Everybody wasn't pharaohs. Somebody built the
designed
pyramid.
to keep people with a defeated mentality around each other. That's what segregation is about. Because segregation makes you feel trapped, and if you're in an environment where people feel like they're failing and you don't know how to get out, you're going to repeat that cycle. That's why what's going on in Chicago. I was out there in Chicago trying to talk to brothers and sisters about what was going on. And people keep talking about the violence in Chicago and why it's so prevalent. And I made a point out there is that Chicago is one of the most racially segregated cities in the country.
Yes, it is.
So a cat who wants to get out of the hood and get a better job or do something with himself,
very hard.
It's very difficult because the other communities, they circle their wagons and they're not letting you come and infiltrate their community.
Right.
So now you have to fight other people for the same little meager resources, and that causes a lot of crime and violence. So we have to put everything in context when we look at all of these things.
So how can we get black men and women to bridge the gap?
You're not helping anything.
Yes,
you're
you are.
just adding
You are
to
identifying. You are identifying certain women who hate to be called on who they are. They will make it seem like you the devil because you told them they're a lousy bitch, and you could be dead right about what you
They got lousy bitch.
That's the contradiction
they got the lousy bitch checklist, and all of it's marked.
But I want to say the lousy bitches. I want to help the lousy bitches get on their feet and become better people, because you don't have to be a whore no more. You can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to stop fucking all these people that don't mean no good by me, so I don't fit the description of what Corey is talking about. I don't have to be mad at Corey.
Everybody can't talk at once. Tariq?
What happens is that a lot of guys out here, they'll end up getting with a hood rat, have a baby, and then other women will say, well, you shouldn't have chose her. You shouldn't have messed with her. But when people like Corey or me, we say, hey, man, don't mess with her. She's ratchet. Oh, don't call her that.
Circling the wagon.
You're circling. You can't have it both ways. You can't tell us to not mess with the ratchets, but when we identify them, get mad because we're identifying them as ratchets.
Moist motherfucker.
That's it.
I can't watch CNN.
But isn't the moist dude?
Beat your ass, Don Lemon, when I see your moist ass.
But how many sisters?
Hi ho there, Don Lemon.
How many sisters was disappointed when he came out? Because before he came
They're
out,
still fucking?
before he came out, that's considered the stereotypical good black man to have. Yes or no? 323-965-1600.
Never trust a brother with no mustache.
They still have
Well, Farrakhan ain't got no mustache.
Count. Mustache count. Oh, Farrakhan is included. Mustache count.
they still have Don Lemon Baby with his little pink boo boo.
Pink boo boo boo.
Pink boo-boo.
Pink boo boo.
Pink boo boo coming out that baby.
All right, Jeff, make your point, man.
God, I can't
Pepto
breathe.
Bismol turds coming out.
All right, I'm going to Tariq. Tariq had a point.
Yeah, the thing with us in the black community, we define ourselves by things other people don't define themselves with. Other groups define themselves by their ability to build communities, to build businesses. Black people, we think that integration, and we've been allowed to integrate by using our money and spending our money with the dominant society. So now our identity is based on random shit we can buy.
Yeah.
I got the
Consume.
new Jordans.
Right.
I got a belt. I got the Louis purse. So we don't want to give that up, because every time we start talking about group development, the dominant society, they come to us and say, hey, don't you want to be the next Olivia Pope? Don't you want to get with a Kardashian? You know they like the brothers. And we're like, shit, that don't sound too bad. Fuck the community.
Right.
So we got to get off
That's
that.
better than living in the
But
jungle.
Tariq,
Exactly.
It's the guys who are in our face on television. People don't understand they're put there on purpose.
Absolutely.
Those are the type of brothers that they want you to model yourself after. Soft motherfuckers like, Barack and Kanye and all these conforming ass niggas.
Last night on the
You know what I mean?
on the music award, R. Kelly had on a dress.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all
he
see that?
really trying to get
Yeah.
back.
A leather.
He trying to get back.
A leather smock dress thing. It was a black. Yeah.
So that type of stuff is pushed on us. They keep putting those images on us,
Right.
and then a kid sitting at home who don't
Apron.
know no better, like, damn, a dress and a damn
It's
tank
a
top.
black leather.
It's
apron.
okay to have a draft on your balls.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's a
cool.
black. Yeah, kilt. Yeah, kilt. Okay. Ask the brother, define kilt and use it in a sentence. That nigga came over here fucking around with me. That's why I killed him. That's what we're doing.
Mark Goulston. Mark Goulston, go.
Systematic racism has economically and socially deprived the black community. So when in the 1960s, when they said, okay, integration, no more segregation, the problem is the money was not integrated. So we didn't get any kind of real compensation to get back on our feet, and now the racism has been more covert now. So a lot of people think that racism doesn't exist because you're not hanging brothers from trees anymore.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are, but not every day. But the racism is now more covert, and the racism is systematic. And the problem is, in the black community, we are still affected negatively by the systematic racism. So now the average person of Caucasian descent, they can say, well, I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything wrong. But when you are part of the system and you have people like George Zimmerman and people like that running around, and we support people like that, and we support gentrification.
Fox News.
We support Fox
The right.
News.
So is it accurate to say? I want to make sure I'm getting it. Do you think that we set you up to fail and set you up to succeed's clothing?
And set you up to succeed clothing?
Yeah, but there was a, I mean, if you look at Jim Crow for the last 100 years, that was affirmative action for white people. And all of the gains that were made by whites during Jim Crow, that didn't go anywhere. That got passed down to you and other people in the Caucasian community. And all the deprivation from Jim Crow, the stuff that we didn't get, the debt, that was passed on to people in the black community now. So now when we look at the inequality, people within your society, they say, well, look, they did it to themselves. And that is the problem. This benign neglect. That's all.
Stop bitching and complaining,
Exactly.
black man. I've given you multiple chances.
We're giving you money. We're giving you food stamps.
Last question.
All you have to do is look at the history.
Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
I'm deeply.
Yeah.
I apologize for my race.
No problem.
So I'm deeply
You
sorry.
still gonna ride with it?
Yeah.
But going forward, not to diminish that, what is one positive thing that if we did consistently and one negative thing that we stopped entirely
Ooh, that's
going
good.
forward?
That's good.
If we could do that and commit to that, it has to be observable. It can't just be words, just can't be rhetoric. What is one positive
I'm going to let you get that.
and one
But
negative?
one thing you can do is not block any kind of compensation for the black community, because anytime black people get some kind of compensation or the myth of a compensation, like affirmative action, that's a myth because most affirmative action goes to white women. But it's portrayed as something that's given to blacks, and then we get the outlash. We get the backlash, like, oh, these blacks getting out affirmative action and you're not worthy of it. We're not getting that. Black people, we've never gotten anything at the exclusion of another group in this country as far as finances, ever.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do this because everybody wants to answer this question.
Yes.
Corey, Bobby, Brandy. Corey, go.
Everybody who is trying to find a solution to the problem with white people, you are basically you chasing something that does not exist. The history of Caucasian people on this planet, and you're a Jewish man, right? So it's different. But I'm talking about Caucasian. There's a slight difference. But what I'm talking about, the
How
people.
slight is it?
It's not much. But let me.
Hitler, yes, there's
he
a
was
difference.
a Jew.
The history of Caucasian people in the United States of America has not changed one bit since they touched down and slaughtered the Indians that were here. They continue to manipulate, murder, come up with all kinds of diseases and drugs that are strategically placed where they want them to be, to make sure everybody is fucked up. Yeah, Caucasian people are the reason me and Brandy aren't getting along right now. Because if Brandy was raised